commemorates the signing of our Constitution. So that's why we have the holiday, and I don't want us to ever lose why we have the holiday. Yeah, we have all of these great events, and we get an opportunity to see our family and our friends and just people we haven't seen in a long time, and we have all of these fun things that we get to do, but let's don't forget why we celebrate the holiday and why we celebrate it on Labor Day weekend.
Well, it's a gathering. It's to come together. And of course here, the accomplishments, what the tribe is doing, what the leadership is doing. It's an opportunity for Cherokees to renew acquaintances.
The holiday was, I felt like it was pretty successful. And a lot of people that would come in for those 3 days, and we made it a welcome, and we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of games.
I came to the Cherokee Nation in 1972, principally with the Cherokee National Housing Authority. We had the annual Cherokee National Holiday toward Labor Day, and at that time it was being held on the Capitol grounds in the middle of Tahlequah, Oklahoma. At that time did not own the Capitol. It had been transferred to the state of Oklahoma and then to Cherokee County as the county courthouse. But it was, of course, always our capital. Fortunately, we were able to retrieve it from the county through a series of transactions and have it redelivered to the Cherokee Nation. So that would have been 50 years ago, and the holiday's been going on for now, I think, 70 years. This is our 70th anniversary.
I know the holiday started in the early 50s. I think there was, because I remember this being a question about, has there ever been a holiday that didn't happen? And it was one year. And I think it had to do with, I think it was in the 50s.
Well, one of the functions of the holiday was to give the Cherokee people an update on what's going on with the tribe. We didn't have a whole lot at that time. Keeler, the best I can recall, would speak about the future, where the tribe was going, where it could go. We really didn't have any money at that time. In fact, Bill Keeler was probably provided more funding to the Cherokee Nation than the federal government did for a while.
In the 60s and 70s, I think it was kind of low-key type. I mean, it was just not advertised that much. I mean, I think the people that knew, we're going to get Cherokee National Holiday, was more of surrounding towns and, and stuff like that. Not so much outside of, where you've got people coming from Texas and Missouri and, coming down because they've heard of it. And it's they're going to be having a powwow, they're going to do traditional games and stuff like that. Of
course, has grown to many thousands of people today who come in from all parts of the country and the world, even to some extent, to attend the holiday.
I think for me, when maybe my aha moment of, oh my goodness, I'm in charge of this very iconic event now for Cherokee Nation, and it was like, okay, you need to buckle up and take this as seriously as can.
The first year I did it and kind of figuring out, well, maybe that's my job now, was when I'd get these calls from some of the coordinators. I got one call that said, we got wasps down here in the dugout and we need to get rid of them. And I'm thinking, well, is that my job too? So for some reason that first year also, the phone lines got misrouted, I guess. And all the phone calls that was coming into the Cherokee Nation was actually coming to my phone. And I was getting all these phone calls about different things, and I said, well, I wonder if that's part of my job. But it was it got rerouted somehow, but they got that figured out pretty quick when I give them the wrong answers, I guess.
I had 2 phones on my hip because some people had my work number, some people had my personal number. So at times I would literally have, okay, I'm talking to this person here and now I'm talking to this person. So you have 2 phones at your ear.
And it was a learning experience. I went out and bought a t-shirt that said, I didn't do it, and wore that after the holiday because I didn't know for sure if I was going to get blamed for whatever happened.
But the most comical thing that I just had to laugh at, because if you didn't laugh, you were going to cry, it's the parking at the powwow. Oh my goodness, it is the most unreal experience to see cars coming from every direction and just thinking, how are we going to get all of them in here? Where are they going to go? And
the public at large, even non-Indians, non-Cherokees, like to come down and view the powwow, the ceremony, look at the arts and crafts that's for sale, the vendors and what have you.
All the coordinators back then, I mean, they were great. They knew, some of them had been doing it for years and years. And the volunteers, I mean, it was a pretty big project, and everybody worked good and they enjoyed it.
When you get down on the event level for the Cherokee National Holiday, there is no way one person can do, when I was doing it, I think we had 52, 55, 57 events, something like that. Not one person can do that. So you relied on your event coordinators. There was no way to do this job without the event coordinators. Just seeing the kids at the parade, running around and playing around, on the square, and their eyes real big, and also that are just those moments that you go, okay, this is why we do this.
This is giving us a chance to explore our history some more, have people come together, talk to each other about what's going on, what their needs are, and to give people a sense of where the tribe is today, what it's doing.
Cherokee National Holiday is for, like everybody, people that come in to see the traditional games or to go to the powwow. They hadn't been to a powwow, or they had been to powwows. They really enjoyed it, so that they come in for that.
Just knowing that those folks that are coming back, to a homecoming, it's just such a great homecoming too.
Like I said, I'd do it again in a minute. I mean, I really would, because I just, it was the best job I had, just because I felt like family. I mean, I felt like everybody was family.
So this gives us a chance to bring the families together, to bring Cherokees together from everywhere, and to, of course, get the state of the nation, which is very different than it was 70 years ago.
The great moment of relief is the fireworks at the end of the holiday on Sunday. And when you saw the end of the fireworks and nothing had caught on fire on the Labor Day heat of the weekend, and all of the cars were getting out, then you just go.
I think the holiday is meaningful to a lot of people for different reasons. As I've mentioned, part of it is just family, kind of reuniting your family from distant areas, coming back to Tahlequah.
All in all, it was a great weekend.